Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Wherever you're watching this from, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another video, as you can see. And today I just want to talk about, man, the state of emergency that the world is in right now. I would just say, man, I just left the store. Like, I'm driving back from the store right now, and I had a lady walk up to me, an older lady, a well put together woman, and she just asked me for, you know, if I had a few dollars to help her get something to eat. Now, this woman, I gotta open this thing. This woman, she didn't look like somebody that would be struggling. She didn't look like a drug addict. She didn't look like somebody that was, you know, just like out asking for money that didn't really need it. She was just a regular person, older lady that looked like she was down on her luck. And that's the saddest thing. Like, in the past week, now the area that I live in, I usually don't see, like, in the area I live at, I usually don't see too many homeless people just standing outside, or people that are just in need. Because really, she didn't even look like she was homeless. Like, excuse me, she didn't look like she was homeless. But she didn't ask me for a crazy amount. She didn't ask me, you know, whatever. She just asked me for $1, like $1. And I just looked. I usually don't carry cash, but I looked and seen what I had in my coin compartment, and I just gave her whatever was in there. Sometimes I keep cash in there. Sometimes I just have change. I try to keep something in there just in case. But man, this is the second time in a week that I've seen either one person or several people. Like a mother, I seen a mother with at least 3 kids and no dad around. And at first, when I seen the children, I didn't see the mom with the sign up in the beginning of the hill or whatever. I didn't see the mother that was there. I just seen like 3 or 4 kids. I can't quite remember. I just seen like 3 or 4 little kids, and they was all under the age of at least 6, 7, right? And don't make jokes about that. I know what I said. But the thing is, I just felt like, I felt bad for the kids, because I'm like, one, I didn't look at the kids and just assume, oh, they're homeless at first. I looked at the kids and I was like, because like I said, I didn't see the mom. So I looked at the kids and I was like, why are these kids out here? Like, why are these little kids out here? Like, nobody's watching these kids. There's 3 little kids or 4 little kids out here. And I'm like, why are they out here? Like, when they're right by the train tracks and stuff. And I'm like, getting ready to drive up to them and say, like, where's your parents? Where's your whatever? Because I'm telling you, like, these kids do not need to be, like, they were so young, they did not need to be unattended or even out by themselves, even if they're in a group of 3. They should not be out just in this public area by the train tracks alone. And this is before I seen their mom. So as I was driving up, and, you know, the kids look well put together and stuff, well mannered, but I was driving up, they was just playing, they was little kids. As I was driving up, I seen their mom holding the sign. And I was just like, man, like, this is an area, like, and you know how bad it is when people are showing up to areas that aren't like the normal areas to go and stand by. And I won't necessarily say there is a normal area, but, you know, sometimes you'll go to a Walmart, sometimes you'll go to a gas station. Like, that is something that is, like, you know, depending on the area you live in, you're like, that's kind of normal sometimes to see somebody that's homeless or whatever, and they'll be at a gas station, or they need money, they're down on their luck, and they'll be at, you know, like a Walmart, or they'll be outside public places that everybody goes to. and they'll state their case. So it was just kind of odd, because like I said, I seen them by the train tracks, and it was just an odd place for me to see just those children playing out there. And as I seen the lady by the train tracks holding the sign, and luckily I did have like some cash at that time, because like I told you before, I don't carry cash, but luckily I did have a little bit of cash. And this is not to brag or anything, but I just wanted to talk about the situation. And when you start seeing people, and I've been seeing it more and more and more and more and more, like this month, last month, I've been seeing it way more than I have ever since I've lived over in this area. I've lived in this area for maybe 3 years, and like I'm just starting to see people that look like regular people. You know, before you had people that looked like they was homeless, they looked like they was down on their luck. You look like, and to me, I feel like I'm a pretty good judge of character. So I don't just judge people and just say, oh, like, man, they don't look homeless, they don't look like this, because you could have the cleanest outfit on, the cleanest stuff, whatever, and still be homeless. So I don't judge basically on that. Like, I judge a lot of times on what they say, how they say it, how they approach, you know, their mannerisms and things like that. And I know I probably gave some money to some people that may not have needed it for what they said they needed it for, and that's okay. But excuse me, in this case, this was just a old lady that just wanted to get her something to eat. And just that alone, it makes me feel like, man, what happened to the point where she's in the streets asking for $1, a well put together lady that should be somewhere retired or somewhere getting a check. And she was telling me, like, whatever type of income or whatever that she had wouldn't be there for another month or so, or she wouldn't have it for another month. And I don't know what she did, I don't care. All I know is she should not have to be out in public asking for $1 so she can go to McDonald's to get her something to eat. You know, and that was just it made this terrible feeling come over me. But I always feel great whenever I can give, but it made a bad feeling come over me when I think about the state of what people are actually living through, the amount of turmoil people are going through, and you just may not even know. So I say that to say this: if you see somebody homeless or you see somebody down on their luck, like I said, she didn't look like she would be in this situation. But if you see somebody, and if you do have $1 or you have any extra money to give to them or anything extra, sometimes I don't have it. I really just don't have it sometimes, but I still try to be compassionate and give whatever I can. I can try to scrape up some change or whatever and try to give whatever I can. So if you see somebody like that, don't laugh at them. Don't kick them while they're down. Don't just sit and, you know, say they deserve it or feel like they deserve it or whatever, because you don't know truly what happened. Like, and I didn't have time to listen to the whole situation of what happened, but if you see that, just try to give. Try to be compassionate. Try to understand, man, everybody's not in a great place. The world is hurting right now. And the least we can do as people is try to help each other out. If nobody else is going to offer us anything, no type of help, no type of support, we have to help each other out. We got to help out those random people that we don't even know, that we've never seen before, we've never talked to, that are just sitting there down on their luck trying to figure out what they're going to do. I couldn't do everything, but I hope whatever I did helped. And you should do the same. If you see somebody in that situation, or if you can help, or if you can extend your hand, or you can do anything to uplift them and support them, it may not even have to be money, but if you can do anything to uplift them and support them, do that. Just try to do that, because you never know what people are going through, and just that little bit that you may have gave could push somebody so far, just to be motivated. So if you haven't seen this video, do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe, share your thoughts, share your experiences. I love you guys. I'm out.